for tuning in. Welcome to the H-Train Show, where our only mission is so programs out there beyond the VA.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
We begin on the tracks, rails stretching beyond the horizon. Each tie a memory, each rail a promise of where we might go. In the early years, our first logo appeared, a pioneer stepping onto the platform of possibility. Through seasons of growth, change, and challenge, we moved forward. The whistle of opportunity sounded, and we boarded the train of time. The view changed with every mile, some stations brief, others lasting. Our logos changed too, not just emblems, but mile markers of evolution. Along the way, seats filled with teammates, mentors, veterans, and friends. Some stayed for the ride, others stepped off, leaving their legacy on the rails behind us. And still, the journey continues. The tracks ahead stretch into the unknown, familiar yet full of new promise. What matters most is how we travel, with purpose, with grit, with heart. Because the journey matters, the movement matters, and the legacy of those logos, every year, every show, lives on in the rhythm of these rails. So here we are once again, all aboard. The whistle blows, the tracks call. Together we ride. We are the H-Train Show, showing veterans programs beyond the VA since 2015. H is in the building now.
Let's go! Strap in, this one's for the fighter. I took the oath. 20 years I gave my soul. Sandstorms, fire, a roadside blast. Everything I knew shattered fast.
You haven't seen nothing yet! Woo! Woo!
Drowning in turmoil, 15 meds, mine in a haze. Living felt like a permanent day. Still standing, scarred and proud. Crushed by war, but I won't stay down. Voice of the broken, thunder in my chest with a freedom fighters rising from the wreck. Parents pulled me from the edge of night, pushed me forward back into the light. Ski boots on, carving through pain. Found my fire on that frozen terrain. Said I was too old to beat the race, so I trained like hell, put them in their place. From slurred words to a podium stand, yeah, I'm racing with lightning in my hands. Still standing, scarred and proud. Crushed by war, but I won't stay down. From Kokomo to Olympic slope, we're the freedom fighters born to cope. Now I take the mic, not a rifle. Broadcast truth, yeah, that's survival. Paralyzed, but still I lead. With every word we plant a seed. Still standing, warriors loud. Can't break us, we screaming proud. Not wounded, we're on the attack. Freedom fighters, and we're taking it back. Freedom fighters, yeah, yeah. Keep rising. Freedom fighters.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, March 6th, and I am fired up. I hope you're fired up. Okay, man, you look like you're over here tired.
Stomach issues all
I
week.
can't hardly hear him.
Tired. stomach issues all week.
Okay. Well, you gotta be fired up, man. We got a lot going on today.
I might projectile vomit across the table on HG if I get too.
Oh
fired
wow.
up. So
Okay.
we're gonna stay on chill mode.
Okay. Well, hey.
I
Hey.
don't want to make a mess in here because we got to go into our new studio.
No worries.
I'm fired
No
up
worries.
about that.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, I'm hopefully you're fired up about that. Shit.
He's fired up.
Internally, yes, I am. I don't want to do anything too physical right now.
No worries. No worries. Well, hey, you know what? I tell you, we got a lot to cover today. If you didn't know, our interview of the week is QRfup. It's a service officer that has took he's took the liberty to create a phone app that helps veterans and their the veterans family community and stuff. We're going to be interviewing and talking to them second hour. Got a lot of stuff, especially since Caveman brought up the new studio. We will our sponsor will be well, yeah, it'll be Work Simple. It's a new company that they just started last year. They create buildings and they rent out like office space, and they're going to be our title sponsor. So we are moving from this studio to Westminster Studios. So we're pretty excited about that. We won't have to have a key for the restroom. That's one of the good things. And we have an elevator.
We're gonna make the guests have a key.
Yeah. And the nice thing about it is the elevator. We won't be walking anymore on the stairs. We'll have an elevator. I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah.
I'm glad to have that for you because the biggest staircase in this building is the one that we got to walk up and down. I know it's
right.
I know some days it's like, dang, I got to go all the way back up the staircase. You know, if you forget something in your car, you got a while to go, man.
Right.
Like I feel for you.
Well, and the thing about it is like, so you're probably wondering, well, why wasn't you on last week? Why is this happening like every other week? So health wise, I've been having a lot of throat issues. I'm going through tests, doing different, studies and stuff like that with the VA. So we decided instead of doing it every Friday, we was going to do it every other Friday, which, I like it, but I do miss it. I do miss it coming in here Fridays and stuff like that. We have the sports teams coming up on March Madness. So we'll get a report from them about that a little bit later. Before I forget, let's do real quick. Let's do mail call. It is that time, everybody. Mail call.
Attention, mail call.
Oh my God!
You've got mail.
All right, listen up! Listen up! I don't care if you're ready. Mail don't wait.
All right. So today's mail call. His name is E. Royce Williams. He was in the Navy. He was in the Korean War. He was awarded the Medal of Honor recently from Donald Trump. Just a little bit about him. Like I said, he was given the award February, like the end of this month. He's a retired Navy captain. He was finally awarded the Medal of Honor more than 70 years after a classified aerial battle during the Korean War. During the war, Williams flew an F-9 partnered flight. He encountered a group of Soviets MiG-15 fighter jets in an intense dogfight. He shot down 4 enemy MiGs, an extraordinary feat for a single pilot, facing multiple adversaries. One what makes the story even more remarkable is that the mission was kept secret for decades due to Cold War tensions. Williams quietly lived his life without recognition for years while his actions remained classified. In 2026, the truth of the battle formally recognized when the U.S. government awarded him the Medal of Honor, making him the last living Medal of Honor recipient from the Korean War. While this matters story, the reason why we're bringing this up is because Williams' story reminds us that sometimes the greatest acts of heroism are not immediately celebrated. Some veterans carry their story silently for decades before the world finally learns what they did. Okay, and I just want to bring this up. There's a lot of veterans that this affects also. Remember that there are a lot of veterans from the Iraq War, the Afghanistan War, that deserve Purple Heart, that deserve other medals. They probably haven't got them yet just because their packet hasn't been introduced to the right people, that are listening. So just keep in mind, like they said, why does this matter? Sometimes the greatest events, the greatest spectacles, they're not noticed. It takes a while for them to get noticed. Also, so everybody knows, before we go to our first break, some of the top stories that are out right now. I would really hate to work for Weber, because about 3.2 million Weber grill brushes are being recalled in the U.S. because of the metal bristles. Evidently, they can break off and they can stick to food and they can be swallowed.
How
So
you not seeing you got a metal freaking stick in your food? Like what?
well, there's a recall, and it sounds like the recall is going to be kind of like, if you remember back when Sears was alive and they had Craftsman tools, and you could take Craftsman back and get like a lifetime warranty. Well, if you have a Weber grill mate and you need to get that replaced, that number is 1877 597 9588. And yeah, that's how you're gonna get that replaced.
Somebody on TikTok found the loophole to getting infinite Weber wire grill brushes because
They were in high demand.
there's
Right.
no way you're getting a metal stick in like a hot dog or a burger.
Well, I
There's no
think
way.
they're talking about like the little filings and stuff,
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. The little filings. I mean, heck, let's be honest. Do they even make grills anymore? They've been making those like flat top, those wood burning pellets. I forget what they're like, help me out. A triggered or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
All right.
Unfortunately,
I work in
I'm
a
sorry.
kitchen. We kind of have like one of everything. We got a smoker, we got a flat top grill, we got a grill with individual burners on it.
Right.
We kind of got one of everything.
Also in the news this Sunday, WrestleMania in Vegas.
I didn't know it was in Vegas.
Yeah, that's in Vegas. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty cool.
The only reason why I know is because our friend Rivera, the wrestler,
Yeah,
I guess he has
Anthony-
some friends from Texas, and they're having a big old. He owns a pizzeria.
Huh.
I don't know if you knew that or not. That's kind of
No.
interesting.
Oh, I only know him as a wrestler in BPW.
Right?
So
Hey, I don't know if you haven't checked it out this last Saturday. It was PBW wrestling event. You can check that out on the Roku. And me and Caveman, we were there analyzing it with
Oh,
with Vanilla Gorilla and the Big Dog. Yeah.
so it is gonna be in Vegas, but it is it's next month.
Oh, it's next month. I thought it was this
April-
Sunday.
April 18th and April 19th is gonna be
Oh,
WrestleMania.
well, I messed up on that one. I messed
They
up
just
on that
had
one.
the same night that Battleground had Blitz, there was the Elimination Chamber.
Mm.
So I think they got like one or two more pay-per-views before. Well, obviously one more before it goes to WrestleMania.
Okay.
It was only this month and next month. They might not even have a pay-per-view this month just because it's going to be WrestleMania. Probably just pre-show stuff.
Right.
Good on the WWE. They always sell out and go to Saudi Arabia or something. You know, keeping it where your home fans can actually go and easier have access to WrestleMania. I love it.
So, and like I said, the sports crew will have them give the sports update here in a little bit. Before we go on break, though, the other news thing, March 22nd, ML Gratitude is doing a dinner and a show at the American Legion Post 161. It's going to be $10. They already have a bike they're giving away to a veteran. If you want to be a part of this, or if you want to help support it, this would be the perfect time to support them and help them out with their efforts. They do it every single year. They give a motorcycle. Usually it's every single month. So keep tuned in and keep listening, and we'll go there. Till then, we're going to cue the music, and we're going to get ready to go on our first break. And when we come back off of that first break, we're going to hit the What the segment. And the What the segment is brought to us by HG. So we're going to find out what this What the segment is all about. So whatever you do, remember, you're listening to the show that highlights all the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA. You're listening to the H Train Show right here on the station that's letting our veterans be heard, MBR.
I used to sleep with my boots by the door in case the call came through. I learned how to run toward fire for people I never knew. I didn't ask who deserved it, I didn't stop to choose. I just raised my hand, said send me, and did what soldiers do. Now I wake up to different battles, paperwork, pills, and pain. Doctors' rooms instead of foxholes, still here in the rain. They say thank you for your service, like that settles the debt. But somehow every month that passes, you take a little more yet. I kept my promise when it mattered, I wish you would too. Don't take from the wounded, we already paid our due. I left pieces of myself over there trying to come back to you. I didn't come home whole, but I came home true. So don't take from the wounded when we already bled for you. There's a man with his medals in a shoebox tucked under his bed. 3 years of war in his bloodstream, still ringing in his head. They told him you're retired now, like the war just shuts the door. But the pain didn't get that memo, it still shows up every morning at 4. $200 and some change, that's what they say he's worth. For nights he can't remember, and days that still hurt. Try explaining that number to his kids at the table. Try telling them freedom's expensive, but fairness isn't available. You see a budget line, I see a lie. Don't take from the wounded, we already paid our due. You count the years, not the scars, but the scars remember you. We didn't break the promise, we followed it through. So don't take from the wounded when we already bled for you. flashing hospital lights flicker through the night. A war came home in his lungs and blood from things we couldn't see or fight. They said you have to step away now before 20 years were done. Cancer doesn't wait for calendars, it just takes what it wants. They did the math on the kitchen table, nothing added up. How do you serve till it kills you and still not be enough? They made the law after his sacrifice so we wouldn't forget his name. But every time it gets blocked again, it feels like losing him again.
Penalty on YOU. Delay of game. 5 seconds before the show. But hey, thanks for watching.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is Friday, March 6th, and you're listening to the show that highlights all the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA. You're listening to the Ace Train Show right here on MBR, and I am here with Caveman. He's sitting in, first-time co-host. Feeling a little under the weather.
I like the H Train show though. It's a different vibe until the final whistle, you know?
Right. And we got the guy on we could say behind the glass, but it's not really behind the glass just yet. But we got HG, he's hitting the sound. And you know, before we go into the what the and like a community calendar thing that I kind of want to let everybody know about. 2 minutes, HG. Give me your sports update, the top 3 sports updates that everybody should know.
All right. Well, we've got March Madness starting pretty soon.
It's right there.
It's
right around
the corner. We've got
2 weeks.
some big on the bubble teams. And I actually had a list here of some possible first 4 ins. We'll start with the women. I think the most likely you're going to probably see Colorado, should they get past their first round. You're going to have Richmond, just because I think they can probably win the A10. They're right there on the bubble. And then I'm leaning towards Clemson and Nebraska over there as your next first 4 in, just because they've got some decent quad 1 wins. On the flip side, with the men, which is this is crazy to say because they were just like, in the Final Four last year. I don't even think Auburn makes it.
No.
Bruce Pearl gone, Sun taken over.
They are
I
not
feel
the
like
same team.
if Ohio State beats Indiana, they should probably make it.
They're probably going.
I got TCU. I like. I think Seton Hall or San Diego State has a really good shot. And then Miami of Ohio or Akron, whoever wins the MAC is, I think, your last one of those first 4. I think Miami of Ohio, if their only loss is their conference championship, deserves to still make it just by virtue of going undefeated. But it does. I really just think, mid-major program, not a super difficult schedule, just in terms of strength of schedule. The committee's going to leave them out if they don't win.
Okay, now tell me what's up with the Nuggets. Where are we at with the Nuggets?
They finally won.
It was a good win last night.
2 games in a row.
Okay.
It had been a while. It had been 5 weeks since they had won, 2 games consecutively.
What's the playoff picture look like for the Nuggets and for the Avalanche? Are we still talking
good golden?
Yeah,
we don't even got to worry about that.
Okay, all right.
Don't even worry about it.
They made a move for some depth. I'm blanking on the guy's name, but they just showed
They're
up.
killing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're going to be expensive.
The Nuggets just need to get healthy. I mean, there's been so many injuries. Last night they did pull off a big win against the Lakers.
I saw the anger from Jalik. I guess he got in with
oh yeah,
that was a few
Lou
days
Dort.
ago.
Yeah.
Lou Dort, dirty player, that scumbag tripped.
Whoa! Save it!
That's a center in every field. But that's just the Thunder as a whole. That team's they're so awful. Nobody likes
Public
them.
enemy number one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go into the what the subject, I want to bring this up. I got something in the mail the other day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here in Colorado, it's at the Jewel Clinic. Everybody knows where the Jewel Clinic is. These are the dates. Here's a QR code. You can take a picture of it on the screen if you want. Pass it along, especially with everything that's going on with inflation, the war, all that stuff. Take advantage of this. Soldiers Angels is giving free groceries out to veterans and their families. This is to help you. It's kind of like a food pantry. They have it all on the dates. It looks like the next one is March. I think that says 13th, right?
Yeah, it was March 13th.
Yeah.
Is going to be the next.
So the next one's March 13th. Okay. So make sure that if you know somebody that's hurting, if you know somebody that's military, help them out, give them that information. So Soldiers Angels, if you haven't heard of them, they're a top-notch nonprofit. They've done a lot of stuff for me in the past. When I was in my wheelchair, they created me a bathroom because of the paperwork for that. It just takes a long time. So they helped me in that process. So a very, very good organization. Well, it's that time, HG Caveman. It's that time. It is everybody's favorite episode. What the segment?
Those are cool tats, man.
Oh, for real. Thank you, bro. You see the Cobra?
And what is this one?
Oh, this? That's my credo. No regrets.
You have no regrets?
Dad?
Nope.
Like not even a single letter?
No way. Not me.
Well, I love him. I think he's great.
Okay.
I think he's a real winner, Casey. If I were you, I wouldn't use protection.
Good for it.
Now, how the hell do you train for something like that?
Just got to be a beast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he was one hand bench pressing 95 pounds while playing and singing Iron Man. That's pretty wild.
Hell, I can't even play the damn guitar, and he was playing it and lifting weights.
Yeah.
What?
I need two hands to bench press 95 pounds. I'm scrawny, man.
No, we don't know. We're well, I guess I guess when he like dropped the weights, you could hear the. I was gonna say you can always buy like those fake dumbbell lookalike things or whatever, but I don't
Could've
think
been
that's the
fake
case
weights,
on
yeah,
this one.
but still, like he's playing the guitar with one hand still.
Yeah.
Like they might have faked the weights, but
I mean,
he's
that
still
looked like they
playing.
were in a real gym too.
Yeah, it did look like a real gym. It didn't look like it was AI generated or anything. It did look like they were actually.
His face
doing
was
it.
pretty red.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was clearly straining.
Now, HG, can you play an instrument?
No.
Can you play an instrument?
I mean, I might be able to dabble in the triangle, but that's
Oh, there we go.
that's about it.
I play the kazoo. I think we should buy kazoos and we should try to do the same thing, except not with the guitar, but with the kazoo.
Well, then we could still bench press with two hands.
Exactly.
There we go.
Exactly. It's our way of trying to recreate the heat, the awesomeness. It doesn't matter. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna go right into the drop the mic thing.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what you all think I'm gonna do, which is just
What the hell? I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Let's go.
We would like to present this award to you for getting out of bed today.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you.
Thank you. You matter.
You matter. You matter.
was distractingly taller.
Okay. The reason why I wanted to do this is because I thought it was funny. All right. Now,
shout out to our viewers, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to the viewers.
We know all of you
Getting
got
out
out
of
of bed
bed.
to be here today.
Yeah.
We think.
Yeah, you might still be in bed watching, waiting.
To those of you
figure
that
out
did
your
get out
day,
of bed,
no.
we're very proud of you. We know it took a lot of effort.
Well, the thing that gets me. Okay, so like, I've quit smoking, but my wife, she still smokes, and we were talking the other day, and those commercials, those truth commercials, like
Yeah.
whenever those truth commercials come up, my wife told me that it just kind of motivates her to want to go out there and smoke, just to do it, just because it's just irritating. Well, anyway, so you go through you now life society, you go through it, and like they don't even have to be like actors or anything. You'll be going through TikTok, and there'll be somebody that you have no clue who they are, and they'll be like, "You matter, you're awesome, you're and it's I don't know about you, but it's like, why are you giving me fake motivation? Like
Well,
they
maybe
don't
those-
even know me.
Maybe those videos aren't for you, George.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
I mean,
but
I see them and I think they're corny. Not my
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get
It's-
here.
it's
That's what I'm
not
trying
for
to
me.
get here.
It's not for me, but I mean, there are some people that I think it helps to hear it.
I
And
was
the-
wondering what was gonna be your what was like
my
your
my
thoughts.
angle on that.
'cause
Yeah,
you
because-
sent it to me, and now you're saying that you don't like them. So now I thought you were gonna I thought you were taking a different approach.
Well, no, it's almost like giving everybody a participation trophy. I mean, is that where we're at now today? We're gonna give somebody something to kind of, inspire them, trying to get them like the, get out of bed kind of thing. It's almost like buying a shirt that says "I pooped today."
What?
I don't know. So I guess I'm the only one that sees this as kind of ridiculous, as people creating these videos. You matter, you're hey, am I the only one?
Well, it's just really just a nice thing. Like it might
Yeah.
be cringy, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I
a
think they're
nice
just people
thing
that
to
are
say
very
that
mental
stuff.
health conscious, and like sometimes like
Oh,
there
yeah.
are people that are, that are struggling, and like it's not super visible on the surface, and so they're just hoping like maybe there's somebody out there that can that sees this, and it's like a little bit of a.
It's a little cringy, but like they're coming for it with a good. They're coming with good conscience on it. Like they're not meaning any harm. So,
like I've personally never needed one of those videos to motivate me, but I can understand where. Yeah, somebody that might be just going through a tough time.
Yeah, I'm not motivated by the words. I'm motivated by like songs and stuff. I mean, it's kind of hard not to be motivated by like songs, like Unstoppable. And this is my fight song, that. But I don't know. Seeing videos like that, or seeing videos where the guy from Blue Clues. How are you doing? It's almost like, gosh, it's like watching a shrink, and how does that feel?
That video is wild because I was that was one of the first TV shows as a little baby that I watched.
I feel like your For You page just hates you, Joel, because you always see videos that you can just like rant about.
Man,
brick Joel just hates his own TikTok.
I want to understand you are responsible for your algorithm.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Clearly, it thinks you need.
That's what my wife said too. I was watching a video the other day, and my wife looked at me and she's like, "You're watching that girl twerk." She's like, "Well, I see where your algorithm is," and I'm like,
your For You page is just sending you through an emotional loop, man. It's like stuff you want to see, stuff that, man, that's
Oh man,
I just got it strictly basketball and memes, and then when football season's around, it's straight up football and memes, and video games. That's why I escape from reality. I got to keep it simple on the internet. I can't be watching too much crazy stuff. So that just ruins my mood even more if I'm going to look at fun videos.
Well, I think I watched you on TikTok the other day playing a game, and it made me feel better about myself because he went into a room and he was like right there, right? And I don't know what happened, but he accidentally turned on this controller, and it was like.
Well, I can explain this actually real quick. So I was clutching around on Rainbow. Okay. On Rainbow 6. It was a 1v3. And I took out the first two guys, no problem. And there's like 15 seconds left in the round. And I'm getting ready to throw my nitro cell across the room. And the way that I like moved my controller to like aim the arc of the little explosive, is it like there's like a jump shot? Yeah, I threw it and my controller turned off because I don't have any batteries in it. So the cord unplugged. And my controller turned off. And the guy just walks up to me, looking at me, not even aiming down sights. He's just looking at me, stand there, hold my gun with my controller off, and he just sniped me. He sniped me. I would have killed him too. You see in the kill cam, the nitro cell flies right over his head where he was standing, but my controller died.
You could. It's that's the C4, right? Or
yeah,
like
the little C4. Explosive. Yeah. And Joel,
you gotta detonate manually.
Joel joins 10 seconds before this happened. I see that Joel joined. I thought you were talking about the other night, though. Me and my friend were just standing in the road on GTA 5, blowing up cars in the traffic. That's what we did before we went to bed on Wednesday night.
Sometimes it's just causing mass chaos in Los Santos is therapeutic.
Well, the thing is like I'm trying to understand this gaming stuff just so that I can do stuff and like have a conversation with my daughter, and like I don't think people understand like when you first begin a game, like navigation to get it started or where to go and stuff like that, like there isn't a whole lot of introduction to that, like for example, it's taken me 3 months. I finally figured out how to accept all the awards in Fortnite, because I had like 63 awards, and I'm like, well, how do you collect all these? Oh, you click in the joystick on the right side, you click in it. hold that in, and then you click all the words.
I didn't even know they changed it like that.
Yeah.
I haven't played Fortnite in a while.
I've been playing Fortnite for a while. Well, my daughter, she plays the Fortnite and she plays the Ark. The Fortnite is a lot easier for me.
Ark Raiders or Ark Survival?
I think it's
Survival.
Yeah, Ark Survival.
The dinosaur one. That game, I understand how that one could be hard to pick up. That's
like one, it just drops you like a fresh wet baby into
onto
an island, and you gotta like scrounge up.
I haven't even got to that part yet.
No bases. Oh man,
I haven't even got to that part yet. Like, and I'm just now getting used to the Fortnite, like, but with the mic and stuff. Yeah, I for some reason I can't get that figuring out. When I talk, they're like, "Oh, dude, you sound like Darth Vader." So I have to get a better headset, I think. I have no idea. But with that being said, with the with these videos, the TikTok videos, they don't bother you at all, HG?
Nah, I mean, I usually just scroll past them without like interacting.
Okay.
All right. Like give it a little just move on to the next video if I ever see it.
It kind of reminds me of that comedy thing that Dane Cook talked about, how you go down the sidewalk and you see somebody that has a Superman shirt on, and somebody shoots him and it's like, I guess they ain't so Superman, are you? All these people that wear these different, like, Sheldon shirts, all these different things. It's like, you're gonna be a Flash. I don't think so. Or you're gonna be like Batman or Superman. No, I don't think so. Kind of thing. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go on a music break. These music breaks are gonna be a little bit longer, just because of the voice thing, and we're waiting at the top of the hour to talk with our interview QRF. So whatever you do, stay with us, don't go away. You're listening to the show that highlights all the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA. You're listening to the H-Train Show right here on Letting Our Veterans Voices Be Heard Network, MBR. Stay with us.
The locker's rusted paint was peeling. Same old halls, but different names. The teachers who taught me who I was, all packed up, retired, gone away. I left with dreams and folded letters, boots on, heart full of plans. I came back older, holding silence, trying to be that kid again. They said welcome home like it was easy, like home hadn't learned to change. Every road I tried to walk down felt rearranged. Time passed, but I stayed standing and would and moved my name. Everybody learned how to move on. I learned how to wait. Time passed, but I stayed. Same heart, different scars. I didn't leave, I just came back to find out how far. Pulled up slow to that old trailer, gravel cracking under my tires. I knocked once, then twice, then everything went quiet in my chest like fire. No lights on, no note in the window, no number I could call or chase. Just an empty place where my daughter was, and the sound of my breath in that space. They say it wasn't mine to carry, say I had no part in the pain. But try telling that to a father who came home too late. Time passed, love could freeze a moment, I'd still be standing there. Keys in my hand, saying her name to an empty prayer. They say time heals all the damage, but it don't heal the man who came back looking for his child with nothing but his plans. Time passed, but I stayed, still breathing through the pain. The world kept spinning without me. I stayed the same. Time passed, but I stayed. I don't ask for grace, I just live with the picture of that empty place.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness, one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Been 10 years since I'd seen his face. Not much had changed, just a different time, different place. When I shook his hand, I knew something had changed. This was a different man from the one I knew back then. That's when he said, "We do the goals." Yes, I stand in line and watch the flag wave and brag. You see, this is what I do. Yes, I bleed red, white, and blue. He told me the tales of his journeys far away. 3 times gone and land most only see on the front page. With honor and glory, he stood so tall and fought for you and I, so we could be free from it all. That's when he said, "We do the goals." Yes, I stand in line and watch the flag wave and pride. You see, this is what I do. Yes, I bleed red, white, and blue. We do the goals. Yes, I stand in line and watch the flag wave and brag. You see, this is what I do. Yes, I bleed. This is what I do. Yes, I bleed. Oh, this is what I do. Yes, I bleed. Red, white, and blue.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
I meant to do that. MBR, it's in the game.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hey, everybody, it is March 6th. It is Red Friday. I am joined in with my co-host Caveman, HG on the sound. And ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the 8th Train Show. We're here. Our only mission is to show our veterans and our men and women in uniform all over the world. And there are more programs out there beyond the VA. We at the top of the hour, our interview of the week is going to be here, and no, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. We had a long music break just for the simple fact that I'm trying to rest my voice, and HG and Caveman's over here talking sports, and they're in their own little world when they're talking sports. I'm over here just waiting for guests to come in. Now I did tell our guests that they could come in a little bit early if they wanted to, because we're having a really bad snowstorm here. I just went outside and it's crazy, dude. We've got at least 2 inches already.
Yep. You're expected anywhere from 1 to 6 inches. I was expecting like half an inch because we haven't gotten any snow. But I was looking at the weather for the rest of the week, and like Saturday and Sundays says it's already back up to the 60s as highs. So really we could get a lot within the next day or two. I mean, Friday, and then probably tomorrow afternoon it'll all be starting to melt. But yeah, it's still that March snow in Denver. It's all wet, clumpy snow sticking to the ground instantly.
Well, Colorado, we haven't had that bad of a winter. We've only had like 3 snow days, really.
Yeah, this is like the third or fourth snowstorm we've got. There's been snow up in the mountains, but rain.
Well, there's always snow up in the
down
mountains
in the city.
Yeah, usually we get the last big snow thing. Usually, what is it like? Usually after Mother's Day.
Yeah, there's one last storm usually in May.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's not quite time to turn your sprinklers on, people. We gotta let that time dry. But I will tell you, if you haven't, what is it? I forget what it is. Degrass. If you haven't degrassed, if you haven't poked holes in your yard, this is the time.
Irrigate.
Yeah, irrigate. This is the time to do that. Let me tell you, because it was big snow. Now, before we came back from break, Caveman was telling us tales from the what should we call that? Tales from
you want me to actually tell this story on air?
You don't have
he is
to.
a veteran.
You don't have to.
It's just kind of gross.
You don't have to.
If anyone wants to hear that.
You don't have to, but I would like okay, so HG, I know that you've been doing this for almost 3 years. Same with Caveman. Caveman does this, and he works at an assisted living location. So like he's kind of working for a nonprofit as well that way. Like
learning how the human brain works.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I mean, you've seen a lot of stuff. I'm sure you've learned a lot of stuff in the last 3 years.
I've only worked there for 1 year.
Okay.
I've only worked there for 1 year. But
what's the most unique thing that you've learned working at assisted living?
I mean, I would say like if you ever experience, or you're around somebody that does have like dementia or Alzheimer's, it's like those like little things that they can't remember are like the most important things to them. So like their meals or their drinks, they really love coffee, they really love certain things. They always are going to care about those things the most because they can actually remember that. It's something that they're able to keep up with on like a week-to-week basis, like a daily basis. I got some people there, some days they couldn't tell me their name, but maybe a few hours later, they'll ask me if we got filet mignon back on the menu. It's like, we haven't had filet mignon in a while. And, they might think that it is like 2016 instead of 2026. they remember those meals. Like those things are super important to them, or like just kind of their perception of time is so much different. They're like 5 minutes could feel like 5 seconds, and they're already flagging me down for their food order when I like just had gone back to the kitchen. It's only been like 10 seconds after they ordered. It's just kind of a lot of interesting things you learn. They don't actually like teach you every little nitty gritty detail about those brain diseases when you're in like the training.
Right.
So you kind of pick up a lot of like small things. You learn a lot about at least just like older people too. A lot of different things like sundowning, learn about that. Like people that are super active at night. There's a lot of residents, I don't even see them because the most of the time that they're active is at nighttime when they sundown. And then during the day, they're not very active at all. They sleep a lot during the day, or they'll just be in their room, kind of relax. And yeah, you just learn a lot of different things about the human brain. There's I guess like one time we had a resident. So it was a few weeks ago. We were celebrating Mardi Gras. We had some decorations out on the table, and he'd fix the little feathers in the glass,
right?
And then he would look away, and he would look back at the feathers in the glass, and then he would fix it again, like it wasn't right, like it wasn't correct. And I finally, after like 5, I came out a few times, and he was still there. I just came up to him, and I was like, "Hey, Bob, your wife's heading upstairs. You might want to just head home."
Right.
Because I didn't want him to just stand there forever and just like do that, because he didn't remember that he had just did it like a few seconds before. It's more than just like serving them food. Like I do have to kind of take care of them a little bit more.
So if I come in there like on a Friday or a Saturday, I think most people would find it kind of awkward, especially if they didn't have a relative that lived in this place. But I do know that they definitely need people to come in and say hi to them and stuff like that, because like they don't get a lot of attention. They don't get a lot of attention in those assistant living. So do you have any tips on what people can do so they don't feel so awkward if they're just trying to go there to lift their hopes up?
Well, if you're going there just to talk to them, I would say just kind of speak to them like they're a human being. Like in care, sometimes you kind of talk to them like they're like a younger family member.
Right.
But I just kind of talk to him in a normal voice because I know it's like he's 90 years old and he's way older than me. Like he's just a regular guy, likes watching baseball every couple days. You know what I mean? Like I just talk to them as if they're a human being, and like treat their space with respect, because they do live in that building, even though it's like it's a giant community. Their space is like what they have pretty much worked their entire life for, because you go and you have to give up your Social Security to live in a place like that. You're giving up your retirement funds to live in a place like that to pay for the monthly costs. So it's like this is literally like their entire livelihood from that they've worked for is going into that place for their final days,
Right.
So treat their space with respect. And I mean, with me it's pretty easy because like I do give them some food and a drink, and they're satisfied for a while. It takes their mind off something that's bothering them, or if they're bored they can just come down in the dining room and hang out while we're down there cleaning. They got something to do. But if you have like a company or you teach people how to make art or anything, got some like handmade crafts, or they love the kids. If you got any groups of children or you work at an elementary school, you just bring some kids around, man. They always love seeing the youngins. That's one thing that always puts a smile on their face.
Right. We need to do a show there, HG.
That would be fun, actually.
That we need to do that. HG,
What type of show?
Huh?
With like one of me and Caveman sports show.
I don't know. We could do like a variety show. I mean, we could have you and Caveman do like karaoke singing. It's not like you're gonna hit somebody if they don't clap for you.
Yeah, I mean, they,
No,
they,
I'm pretty self conscious. If you don't clap for me, I get violent.
they
That's why I'm banned from karaoke nights.
they got a giant TV room and they really watch like whatever. They don't really have like they were watching just nonstop Olympics the last few weeks of February, and then they'll have on like whatever college basketball game throughout the day. Like go in there and it'll be like a random movie. So I guess we really could go in there and just do whatever kind of show because they don't really have too much preference. They just like to be entertained. Really, a lot of them are kind of bored.
I can entertain.
Yeah, a lot of them are just kind of bored. Like they won't really have much to do until they pass the time. Like that'll cause them to like kind of forget something for the day because they'll just be like sitting there bored forever, and then it'll be like, oh, like bunch of time just passed while I was just sitting here. Now it's like I'm way too late to come down and get my dinner from the dining room. Like I offer, I'll bring them books every once in a while. Got a tiny library. It's like right in front of my house. So I'll just grab and trade out a book and give it to a resident. Give them something to pass the time.
Well,
I got the easy part of that though. I'm not wiping butts or anything like any of the girls. Thank God. Thank God.
That's why my girlfriend does something kind of similar to that. She's not at a retirement home, but it's like a rehabilitation center for the elderly, like after they like get an injury or something. And so she's an OT there. So she helps them, like she does like activities and things to help get them motivated and back into a routine after an injury, things like that. But she's told me she's definitely had to wipe some butts. And,
oh yeah,
that just go to the bathroom.
That doesn't sound very fun. I'm gonna need it for a rude awakening when I have a kid one day. I gotta take.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is not really that surprising of news, but the Raiders are going to release Geno Smith. So,
what now?
The Raiders are going to release Geno Smith.
It's official. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to be picking Fernando Mendoza in the draft, number 1 overall pick. It seems like that's the route they're going.
Do you think the Raiders are going to be better next year?
They gotta prove themselves.
They gotta prove themselves. But
they gotta prove that they can get the best out of this kid. They really do.
They still have some pretty big issues. Like, what are you going to do with Max Crosby?
Yeah.
That defense has holes all over it. Their offensive line was god awful. And besides Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty, they really don't have any weapons on offense. So, but I like Clint Kubiak as a coach. He was great in Seattle. Fernando's very he's very motivated. He's got a great work ethic. And really he showed a lot of great ability to read the field at Indiana. So like it'll be tough to be get the number 1 pick again, like to be that bad. I mean, it's really they were quite literally the worst team in the league. So I mean, it's you can really only go up from there. But
really can. And it's
I don't know if they'll be at anywhere near like playoff contention, especially with like the Chiefs are going to be, their roster is going to be a little revamped. Although they don't have a ton of cap room, but they've got some good draft capital. They traded Trent McDuffie to the Rams, and so now they have 2 first-round picks, so they can go ahead and Jeremiah Love falls to them at 9. I think that's who they take. If not, they might end up with like Caleb Downs or David Bailey, Sonny Styles if he's still on the board. And then you can go later in the draft, potentially draft like maybe KC Concepcion or Omar Cooper if he's still there. there's going to be some good offensive line talent potentially. So then obviously the Broncos are still going to be in a pretty good spot. And the Chargers, I mean, if they can improve their offensive line, will be. I mean, they still made the playoffs with the worst offensive line in the league. So
Yeah, that's something to say right there.
They should still be good.
I do think I saw something on Wednesday that they are going to go ahead and release Mekhi Becton. So they're off to a start.
Yeah.
With getting their O-line.
And luckily for LA, like they just it's the interior O-line that they got to rebuild and hope their
Joe Alt's
tackles
going to be a beast.
Right. If their tackles stay whole, you've got Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater, who are both, like Pro Bowl level, all pro talent type of players there on the edges. So it's like it was just the interior of your offensive line was garbage.
Well, hey, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a brief discussion on. So I have no idea why the interview of the week hasn't been. Maybe we got our wires crossed up. HG, I gave you the website. If you can bring that up, that website. I'm going to talk about some of the questions that we were going to ask, and I'm gonna kind of answer them to the best of the ability from the website. All right. So one of the reasons why we wanted to bring this up is for veterans and their dependents. This app that HG is getting ready to put up here pretty soon. This app is available for Android and it's available for Apple as well. You can go on there, you can download this app, and it helps you, especially with like suicides and those moments that you have your military spouse or your military veteran. They're going through some stuff. This kind of helps you. And some of the questions that we was going to ask, and I'll just go ahead and ask these. But one of the questions that we was going to ask is, what are some early warning signs families should watch for before a crisis? And what I'll do is I'll share the screen with Caveman, and I'll have him do the evens, and I'll do the odds. But some with the website, from what we've learned, some early warning signs families often notice first include isolation, sudden mood swings, sleeping a lot, not sleeping at all, losing interest in things that they normally enjoy, or talking about feelings like a burden. Another big sign is when somebody starts giving away possessions or talking about feeling hopeless, or even families usually notice these changes before a veteran realizes it themselves. When a veteran starts, like when they've already decided that this is what's going to happen, when they start giving the stuff away, their thinking is, you know what? I'm going to give this away to these people because I'm feeling so down and out that, at least I'm getting some kind of attention giving you this. That's a lot better of attention getting than not receiving any acknowledgement that I'm a person at all. So that's one of the reasons why they do that. Also, another question is, what can a spouse or a family member say that helps instead of pushing someone away? And I'll let you read that, Caveman.
Are they coming in person, or are they going to be?
Huh? What?
Are they coming in person, or are they going to?
No, evidently they're supposed to be on air, and it just isn't going to happen today. Go ahead on that.
It says here, what can your family members say that helps instead of pushing somebody away? Well, most helpful things, keeping it simple and honest. Something like that you're not there to judge them and just cared, and you care. Let them know you're there to listen to them, and avoid trying to fix things right away. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just sit there and let them talk,
Right.
Just kind of let people get out.
Number 3, what if the person in crisis doesn't believe they're in crisis? That happens a lot. Many veterans are trained to push through pain and never admit weakness. Instead of saying you need help, it can be better to say something like, let's talk to someone together. Programs like crisis support lines, peer support programs work well because the person on the other end often understands military culture. Other things.
I got this one.
Okay.
What support exists for families carrying the emotional weight? Obviously, we say it many times on here that when one person is going through something, if people around you actually care, they're going through it too. So they often will need the support just as much as the vets do. So there's plenty of different organizations that can give counseling, peer groups, and crisis intervention specifically for the families of veterans. Some apps and hotlines are designed for both the veterans and their family members as well. So it's got the option for both groups.
And then what should families remember when things feel overwhelming? The biggest thing is remembering that you're not alone and that this is not a battle you have to fight by yourself. It's okay to ask for help. Support somebody through trauma is incredibly hard, but connection, patience, and reaching out to support networks can make a huge difference. And another thing that's very somebody that wants to help, but it's kind of discouraging. And I don't know why this is, but try to kind of try to kind of block the bullshit. Sometimes like the veteran could possibly lie saying, "Hey, I'm okay, I'm fine," stuff like that. You can tell if if you can tell if they're trying to avoid just because they're searching for words and stuff like that. Stuff to keep in mind on that, and keep them talking. Keep them talking. Make sure to help. The one thing that I want to say before we end this, and like I said, I'm sorry our guest didn't make it. Something must have came up, but we're trying our best to kind of show you this app and show you this good resource that veterans and their community and their families can use today with this app. Just remember that everybody, and it's you don't have to have PTSD to have this, but everybody has that little voice inside their brain that basically tells them that they're no good or something isn't happening. Everybody gets that. I call it that 3-second duration. That 3-second duration that goes into your brain that tells you, hey, something negative or whatever. And the best way to kind of like reset that is whenever you get that, just know that that situation is only going to happen for like 3 seconds. You just have to get through it. And why am I thinking this way? Just say that to yourself. That kind of resets your brain. It's amazing that I forget her name, but she's on the Olympics, and she was talking about how the nice thing about our bodies is it's so easy to program our brain, because you can think that you're like Michael Jordan. You think you can slam dunk a basketball, and the chances of you being able to doing that, if you think you can do that, is you'll be able to do that. There's a lot of people, like, especially when on Saturdays when we go and watch the wrestlers, and as they sit there and they practice, they sit there in the ring and they'll visualize what their moves are supposed to be, or what, how to do that special move that they want to try on this series or whatever. So it's a big thing to keep in mind and remember that we can program ourselves, especially with positivity. So with that being said, we won't be doing it's your time to shine thing, but what we will do is we're going to go to the tribute to the troop. So whatever you do, stay with us, don't go away. We have tribute to the troop, we have final thoughts coming on the way, and final thoughts will tell you all the events that are happening this weekend here in Colorado. So whatever you do, stay with us, don't go away. You're listening to the show that highlights all the nonprofit programs out there beyond the VA. You're listening to the H Train Show right here on MBR.
Detail attention.
First call, the service member's name is called out loud in the context of a unit. This is meant to ensure all are present and accounted for. Second call, the name is called out again, louder, to confirm that the service member is indeed absent. Third call, the name is called out for a final time, followed by a statement indicating that the service member is not present and accounted for, signifying their death. The final roll call serves as a symbolic gesture to respect and remember their service.
So I don't know how to tell the story.
Well, you got to, Joe. You tell these people what these men did here. You tell them how my troopers died.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to MBR today as we pay tribute to Army Sergeant William R. Moody, age 30, of Burleson, Texas. William was born in Belleville, St. Clair County, Illinois on January 25, 1983 to Bill and Jeanette Moody. William graduated from Burleson High School in 2002. A year later, he joined the Marine Corps in May of 2003, deploying to Iraq for 2 tours before his honorable discharge in 2007. In 2008, he married his wife Lacey, and he joined the Army as a motor transport operator and was assigned to the 68th Combat Sustainment Support Battalion, 43rd Sustainment Brigade, 4th Infantry Division, Fort Carson, Colorado. He was on his 3rd tour in Afghanistan and was expecting to finish his tour in September. Moody had returned briefly to Burleson to attend his father-in-law's funeral. Upon his return to Afghanistan, 2 days after Father's Day, at Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan, a rocket the Taliban claims it launched killed Moody and 3 other American soldiers. Moody passed away on Tuesday, June 18, 2013, due to injuries sustained from indirect enemy fire. His 13 awards include the Army Commendation Medal, the Army Achievement Medal, Combat Action Ribbon, Army Good Conduct Medal, Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal with Campaign Star, the Iraq Campaign Medal with Campaign Star, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, the Army Service Ribbon, Overseas Service Ribbon, NATO Medal, and the Driver's Badge for wheeled vehicles according to his military records. William was a devoted husband, father, and son. He enjoyed spending every moment he could with his family and was looking forward to moving to Fort Hood after his deployment. He had a great sense of humor and had a smile that lit up the room. His friends described him as a great guy who would always try to cheer you up if you were feeling down. William's children were his world, and he spoke fondly of them anytime he got the chance. The United States Post Office in Burleson, Texas proudly carries the name of Sergeant William R. Moody, a hometown hero who gave his life in service to our nation. Through an act of Congress, the facility at 232 Southwest Johnson Avenue was officially designated the Sergeant William Moody Post Office Building, a lasting tribute to his courage, sacrifice, and the legacy he left on the Burleson community. Burleson will always remember his service. His name stands as a reminder of the cost of freedom and the strength of those who defend it. Moody is survived by his wife, Lacey, children Elijah Brienne, Corbin Parker, Graydon William, his mother Jeanette Stanley, and his father Bill Moody, siblings Heather, Ivory, and Bailey, and those he served alongside. We here at MBR would like to thank you, Sergeant William R. Moody, for your service and dedication to our country. You leave a legacy of love and courage. Our prayers are with your family, friends, and those who served alongside you. You are truly missed.
Bell detail, attention. Ready.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey, from the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. Oh. flashing light. Hey. Hey.
You're stronger than you know and braver than you feel. One waddle at a time.
Whenever things get rough or it feels like you're at the edge, remember this: storms pass.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is Red Friday, and of course, nothing's changed. It is March 6th, 2026, and it is that time. It is the final thoughts.
Five, four, three, two, one. We have ignition. Strap in.
It's the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. What we learned today. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
At Project ML, gratitude. Our mission is simple: to give motorcycles to veterans who need the kind of peace and freedom that only a ride can give.
All right, so I'm going to run through this real quick because we have a snowstorm here in Colorado. So that's one of the reasons why we're trying to get this through. But check this out. Some free events that are happening this weekend here in Colorado. Top 3 things to do. Free night at the Denver Museum of Nature Science. That is today. Girls and Science Kickoff with hands-on STEM activities. The Rhino First Friday Art Walk with galleries and live music. That's in Denver. And free admission to the Molly Brown House this Sunday. Have you ever been to the Molly Brown House?
I have not.
I have not either.
No.
Maybe we should do that, guys. And then the free guided tours of the Colorado State Capitol. That is also this weekend. And I don't know if it's here in Denver. I think it's just in Colorado Springs. But if you like reptiles, my daughter's forcing me to go to a reptile expo tomorrow or Sunday. So yeah. But
I want you to go find the biggest, meanest looking snake they got there and ask to hold it.
I'm like Indiana Jones. I hate snakes, but hey, it's okay. I'll be holding my granddaughter, so it'll be enough.
Nice.
It'll be enough. All right, you guys. We're the reason why we're calling it early is because snowstorm and my throat, it's killing me. His stomach's killing him. HG's, we just feel bad.
All right,
yeah.
I got work later, so I don't mind. I get getting off a little early. I get a little extra time to chill before I go in.
All right, cue the music, everybody. I tell you what, safety briefing for this weekend. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. If you're gonna drive, don't drink. Don't beat your wife. Don't beat your dog. Don't beat your cat. Don't beat your children. Make sure that you're spending some time with them this weekend. Make sure that when you're going through life today, that you're not in a rush. Why do you have to get to point A to point B like really fast? What's the rush? Take your time. You go eat today. Why try to force that stuff down your throat? Put your phone over to the side of it, turn it off, and just take your time. That's the thing you can do about this weekend. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, and remember, from all of us here at MBR, we're here for you, not for us. And everybody said we're giving veterans a voice. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye now.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans.